In this lesson, we're going to take a look at editing this hero section. And as you can see, there's a gradient text at the back of this image. Well, if you want to replace that with your own, you certainly can do so. Now, when you log into the back end, you go to Component, you go to SP Page Builder, and then you go to Pages. There's two ways for you to edit this, right? If you notice, once you're logged in, you're going to see that you have this edit page. That's one of the ways you can be able to use to edit the front end, what you're looking at right now. Another way too would be once you've logged into the back end, you go to SP Page Builder, you go to Pages, and you come right where it says front end editor. You can click to edit that. Now, if you have a lock on any one of your pages, all that you have to do is just click on that lock and it's going to remove it. So I can either click on front end editor, or if I'm already logged onto the front end of the website, I can click to edit. Now, if you click front end editor, if you're not logged into the front end of the website, it's going to ask you to log in first. So since I've already logged in, let's edit this. So I'm going to click on this edit page. Once you click on the edit page, it activates SP Page Builder, so you can scroll through and edit anything that you see on here. So now let's take this step by step. So let's work on this back image that you see right there. So what I want to show you now is I want to show you how to edit this header part. And we're going to start off by editing this gradient word that you see on the back end. Okay, so this is an HTML. Once you click on it, as I move my mouse, every section that I click on, let me X that off. As I move my mouse, you can see it's highlighted by the blue to let you know that you can edit that part. And pretty much everything on it can be edited. So let's go ahead and edit this. So what they've done is they've used what's called SVG HTML code to generate that word. But if you don't want to use that, I'm just going to delete it. Let me move this up first. So I am going to delete it, and we're going to put something else there. So I'm just going to delete that. And I'm going to come back here and I'll put in the word just shop. Now that I have the word shop, I'm going to capitalize that. So shop. I am going to scroll down. I can choose the type of font and I can choose the color. Let's say I want this shop to be white. So now I have the shop is white. But as you notice that the white is still very small, it's not as large, right? So before we change the size of it, I want to show you some cool things here. You can also be able to click to rotate, right? You can use some cool animations for that, but I want to keep that simple. So now what I want to do is I want to change the size of this word shop. I can use a different font, and I'm just going to put in, let's say, like 500. When I put in 500, you notice that you can see that word in the background now. I can put another 400 or 300 based on what I put. That's how it's going to be. So I'm going to keep it at 500. And you can play with this as much as you want. You can use the font weight. You can have it black, which is going to make it a little bit, darker. And you can even change, the colors for it as well. So if you wanted to change the background color, you wanted to change the font color, you can do all those things right here. But I want to keep that just simple right now. So that's how you're able to change that. And I'm going to X. And then next, let's take a look at how to change this images. So once you click on it again, it's going to show you where you can change it. Now this uses generative AI, which is a newer technology, but you would have to go through a process to set this up with OpenAI in order for you to generate it. So I'm just going to keep this simple for now and not, go through that. But if you have any image that you want to replace this with, you can certainly do so. If I click on clear, then it's going to remove the image that was there before. And if there's something I wanted to add, I can click on this, and I'm just going to grab this one and just click on select. And now it's added that image that I chose. So if you have graphics that you want to use, you can use any graphics for that. But it's very simple for you to add an image, and you can mess with the width and you can change it. The height, you can adjust it, and it's very simple to do so. So you change the height. And next, we want to take a look at, this right here. So you click on it again, and then you can be able to choose where you get the video from. So if you have a video that you want to download, and you can integrate that video right there. It's just the same process. You click on clear, and then you go to upload. And then you can choose wherever you have the video that you've already, downloaded and then uploaded to your site. So you click on insert. And then whatever video that you have, that's what's going to show. And then you can loop it, or you can just leave it as it is. So if I take that loop off, and you can also have it muted, so it's not going to keep looping over and over again, right? So next, we want to take a look at, this, the pop over. So when you click on each pop over, this is to let people know that, okay, this item here, you can do more with it. So you click on the pop over, and then you can be able to change the style. It's connected to this dress. So let's go on the front end. Let me show you how that works so it can make a little more sense. So I'm going to go here so we can take a look at this pop over. So when you click on this, you notice you see this dress with the price, and you can click on details. Wherever you click, it gives you pops up something for you to see. So you can change what those are. When you click on this individual ones, you can activate what those popovers are, right? So you scroll down. Let's take this one for example. So I'm going to click on this one, and the popover that I have is this black dress. So let's go on the front end. When you click on this one here, this is this black dress that you have. So if you wanted to change it, you click to edit. And then if I want to change this black dress, I can just click clear, and I can choose, let's say I wanted to have a different image. I'm just going to choose that right there, and then click on insert. Now, of course, when I click on save, then it's going to replace that image with the new one that I chose. And that's how you do too for these here. You can click to edit. Let's go on the front end. When I click on this, this is what we have. So we can do the same process for the back end, which is this, the lady right here, to edit this popovers, and the same thing too for these. So that's going to take, take care of this top section. Let's go over here. I'm going to click this, X that off. And if I wanted to change where it says summer, new collection is here. On the front end, where it says new collection is here, I can click on that spot, and I'll just have to change this text. Okay, you can change this text to buy now or new collection or whatever you want it to say. And then where it says summer spring, if you go on the front end, this summer and the spring, this is where you can change those words. If you want it to be winter, winter, and let's say fall, you can do that as well. So it's going to say winter and fall. Let me X that off. And the beautiful thing too is I can move this menu wherever I need it to be. You can't see it right now because I haven't clicked on save. But the goal of it is I want to show you how you can edit this, and then you can go and edit whatever you need to edit. And then finally, for this header section here, when there's collections, we want to be able to make some changes to that. So we're going to click on it, and then we can change the word from explore collections to whatever you want it to say. You can do that. Then you can choose your alignment. You can choose the link. So if you click here, it's going to ask you where do you want to link this item to. You can choose the URL that you want this to go to. This can be to another page on the website, right? So you click on it, it's going to take you to another page on the website. They've linked it to the store, and you can add no follow, open a new tab. So if you use a new tab, when someone clicks on it, it's going to open up in a new tab instead of using that tab. You can also connect this to a particular page, right? They connected this to the shop page. So this takes care of how to, let's go back to the front end. This takes care of how you're able to change this header section. So at this point, you should be able to replace these images with your own. You can replace this video and this popovers. You should be able to replace the items from those popovers with your own images. And the spring, the summer, and the new collection, edit collection, you should be able to do that as well. Now, if you wanted to, let's come back here. So let's say that you wanted to change the background. I'm going to click on this. If I wanted to change this background, if I didn't like that background, right, I can click to go to, right now it's a gradient, but I can go to a single color and I can choose whatever color that I want to be replace that background with. Right, so if I wanted to do an image instead, I can click here and then I can choose an image, or I can generate one. So if I click here to choose an image, I can choose any one of these to put it as the background image. So now that's the background image. If I want to go back to a gradient, I can utilize the gradient, or if I wanted to do a video, I can use a YouTube video or a Vimeo video to put on the background. Let's see how that looks with the video. So once you have the URL from YouTube or Vimeo, you can be able to put that there. And as you can see, I have a video now in the background. So it's not just the text. So I can switch from gradient. It goes back to the gradient. I can go to an image. I can go to a color. Or I can just go to just nothing there, and it's going to be just a plain white. So it's up to you to choose what you want for the background. If you want a gradient, image, video, that's your choice. But at this stage, you should be able to edit this top section.